Hi everybody. Well, this is kind of an open letter to Mantic. Now let me give you a little bit of history before I go too far into this. Some years back when this game came out, just bringing it over here, and that's Dungeon Saga. Okay, this game I was more excited than you can ever imagine for any single game. Well, I got my copy and it was missing one of the main villains' cards, so of course you couldn't play it all the way through because I didn't have the Necromancer card. Then I bought a second set and I was missing some figures, which made it even possible to do that. Bought an expansion. I was missing a figure and I had no cards. Then I went to the other game that they had. Oh God, I wish I could remember the name of it. Not Dreadball. Was it Dreadball? Yes, I think it was Dreadball, and I was missing the mat for one of the box sets I bought. And now, as of yesterday, and you saw during a live playthrough, I was missing an arm on a guy. Now, some years back, when I was missing the first two pieces, I did a whole thing, and I go, as much as I want to love this company, what are you doing? And that kind of sparked a bit of a talk amongst everybody, and it became a thing where actually the president of Mantic answered and replied and spoke out and said, hey, you know, once it leaves here, our quality control, we cannot, you know, we can't help, we feel bad, just write us and we'll take care of it, and this, that, and the other. And you know, I felt a little, you know, I felt bad because I never like to attack people, but you know, I don't consider myself a journalist, okay, because first of all, I can't write, let alone say half the words I normally say without, you know, screwing things up. I'm definitely not a video journalist. I'm not a reviewer. I'm not somebody that I would take my word for a game and go, hey, you should get this because this one's bad and this one's good. What makes, you know, any of us really? It's only a personal opinion. I get in front of a camera, just like you know, and you guys watch. You don't have to watch. This isn't a TV show. This isn't something that you know, we get paid for. But I go in front of a screen here like this, and I talk to you about the things that I am passionate about, and it's gaming. It's as simple as that. It doesn't make me an expert, doesn't make me somebody, an authority on things, just because I have a YouTube channel or a website or anything else. All it does is make me a consumer just like you. No different than you. The only difference is I turn a camera on and you watch, where sometimes, if I could, I would watch you guys too, if I went to a convention or something. The point I'm getting without and trying to maintain a serious tone to this is that it was for me to have to say something like that was very, very difficult. So I gave them another chance. And I went and I got Dead Zone, their newest edition. Well, it was missing a guy. And I let it go. I didn't make a big deal about it because I had the old Dead Zone and I was just able to put it into place. But once I got this game, okay, and it says 1 to 5 players. So here's what connotates 1 to 5 instead of 2 to 5 like it says on Dungeon Saga. And I am reading from the rulebook. When playing without a Nexus player, one of the mercenary players is considered to be the acting Nexus. This is always the player to play to the left of the mercenary player. That most recently acted, the mercenary player that most recently acted, unless the player agrees otherwise. This player must draw cards, move models, and roll dice on the Nexus's behalf. In addition, No starting hand is drawn from the Nexus deck when playing without a Nexus. That's where they get the, yeah, you can play it solo variant. That little spot there. Okay? Now, I blew this game up because on the very back of it, because all the miniatures were warped, that they had a thing on how to fix the miniatures. Now, why would you put something on how to fix the miniatures? In this book here, okay, just to go one further, this book contains everything you need to play through the first adventure in the Star Saga series. These 12 exciting missions, blah, 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 important in big letters. If you have not read through the rule book, go and do so now. Even more important, even in bigger letters, this book should be only read by the Nexus player or acting Nexus player playing in a cooperatively. So if the Nexus player isn't supposed to know what's going on, I mean, if the mercenaries aren't supposed to know, how can you play this solo? I mean, really. It's kind of contradiction to itself, and I was scratching my head. I really want to like you, Mantic, okay? I want to like you. I think you put out great games, affordable games. You know, you take some great ideas. You know, you've taken dungeon crawls, you made them affordable, you put them in a beautiful box. Everything works on it. The gameplay is fun and everything like that. But buying the game is a risk. It's a risk every single time. And I don't think that's fair to the consumer or the people that watch this particular video. We went live yesterday. Yeah, the wrapper was off, but I did not open that box until I opened it in front of you guys. And the whole time I was there, I was going, please, please, please don't let anything be missing, because all I want Star Saga to do is be a success. Now here's another interesting point. I played this by myself to try to teach myself the rules. This is fun. This is fun beyond words. Okay? This is a very, very great game. I love this game. But I'm so disappointed that actually, when I finally went through, I had doubles of the same card, okay, of a character card, and I'm missing one arm. And this infuriated me to a degree, because now I can't play that character. I could play the guy with no arm, but I can't play one of the guys, unfortunately, because I actually have two of that same person. Very disappointing, very disappointed. But I really want to like what they're doing. They're doing some really fun games. You see where they try to keep costs down, where they're not charging $150 for a game, which is understandable. This whole thing is, hey, this is an affordable way to game. It's affordable, but if you can't get your quality control right, what business is going to survive doing that? Spartan Games, which was a very, very popular company with the Dytopian Wars and Firestorm Armada, made beautiful models, never had a problem anything I ever bought from them, and I bought tons and tons of stuff, and they went out of business because miniature gaming, it struggles now. There's so many different companies, and with GW starting to get things correct, okay, this is going to put more pressure on Mantic to do things right. So when you have things like this go wrong, it's going to hurt you in the end, and I don't want it to. I'm not somebody that is going to mark out over a company, and what I mean by that is just because, you know, I like the product so much, I'm just not going to say it's great just to say it's great. The shame is these are very, very good games. Both of them. Both of them are just very good games. Some of the expansions you scratch your head with. Okay, you gave me 2 figures and you didn't even give me any tiles. And it's just something that could have been added, but I ended up paying 50 bucks for. I understand certain things. Okay, some things are affordable, some things are not. and there's just not that consistency, and that's what is frustrating me about Mantic yet again. So Star Saga, yeah, it's good, okay, it's very good, but boy, it's just the same old Mantic one again. Once again, did these things happen to you? Have you ran into anything? How about you people that haven't got your Kickstarter yet? Okay, why am I able to get this retail before people? I've already seen things. Oh, I can't wait for my Kickstarter to come. Is that fair either? You guys should have it way before me. Way before me. And yet I'm able to kind of get this going already. A lot of things. Now, that's a Kickstarter thing, which is a whole nother story. But the real basis is you have to get your quality control squared away. You have to, or it's going to end up killing you in the end. And when people start turning their backs on you, it's going to be heartbreaking. You guys make good games. Good, solid games. It's just, we've got to find a way, or somehow, or at least have some customer response. There's been a couple times I wrote, I never got parts for that. This game here, particularly, this is just a second edition. I ran out, and I was lucky enough to get a hold of. The things aren't even out of the bags. They're not, the maps aren't even out of it. I just bought it for pieces, so I can maybe make one set out of the couple. But, you know, I'm able to do that. Not everybody's able to do that. And that's the sad thing about it. Mantic, please, 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 please get things squared away. They're never going to see this video, but you, the consumer, will. And be careful, be smart. Again, a good game. Take the chance. Hopefully you get a complete game. And you people that order the Kickstarter, hopefully you get everything complete. I know a lot of people that are just waiting for this. Waited with bated breath. And then when it shows up and it has some kind of disappointment, that unto itself can be very disappointing. So, once again, just get it right. Somehow, some way. We would love to support you. We would love to make a ton of videos and advertise this as much as possible. I hate making videos like this, but it really sometimes needs to be done, because people need to be aware of when things just aren't right for the consumer. So, till next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.